Have you driven it much?
No.
Since you own it?
No, sir. I ain't quite 20 miles.
All right, Mopar people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justmoparjoe, and here's our 66 Valiant. Let's take a look. I do have to remind everybody this is not my car, but we're going to do something cool with it. And there's our fancy license plate. Bumpers look good. My plan for the day is get it unloaded, drive it down the highway, shift it 1, 2, 3. It's a 3 on the tree. Project 3 on the tree. Slant 6. He said it's got cool air. It's not ice cold anymore. I may try the air conditioner a little bit. Look for leaks and stuff. I noticed this brand new stain on the trailer here. Circle on around. Not sure where that's coming from yet. Maybe a wheel cylinder or something. I haven't gave it the sniff test yet, but she looks pretty good underneath. I was going to look right now while it's up on the trailer. It's a lot more solid than the outside of the body was, so you can have a gander at that. The torque boxes, everything else, rockers look good. You know, there's not, they just coated this sucker in filler and did a decent little body work job on it. I mean, white kind of hides a lot, but the plan for today, let's take it down the road. So y'all hang out. So I'll pop the breather, and I've just been looking around here. I would assume this little carburetor gasket, one of those is probably bad. All that fuel on the intake. So I may play with it, look for a leak in a minute. It does squirt whenever you cycle it and actually twist. There we go. See that little dribble? I'll set the breather off and see if this dude will fire up again. And here we are. I'm not sure what the consensus was on these seats yet. Somebody was saying maybe G-body GM. I don't really know. I mean, the pattern matches the back. Maybe they're factory. I don't think so. We were kind of talking about that back and forth. So this will be its first startup. Fuel gauge works. I filled this sucker, well, the fuel gauge goes up to there. I filled it up today until it ran out the side just to be sure, because I knew I was going to drive it a little bit. I pumped it out there. That was impressive. She got 30 pounds of oil pressure. Hums like a sewing machine. I can feel just a little bit of miss, or maybe you can hear it back here. Maybe an exhaust valve or something. That little bit of pull. There it is. I don't know. Might be a plug or something. I bought some new plugs for it. So we got her moved over to the shop. Figured I'd throw some new plugs in. Of course, they had some Champions going here. But if you want to look at them a little closer, not terrible. The inside two had you can actually see where they were, kind of the strap there where it started burning back some. None were like oiled over. There's a little bit of gas, I think, on those threads, but the plug itself was dry. I have no idea the condition of the fuel in this car, except for the 4 or 5 gallons I put in it today. But I got these auto lights at O'Reilly's, and they said install only Mopar vehicles and then install only in slow vehicles. So I think they think it's funny that I'm out here driving Mopars and whatever. Let's take it down the road. I just drove it to the yard and it felt kind of peppy, so this should really help it. Still got that little bit of idle you can feel, but check this out. Very super responsive. back and up. There we go. And we're moving. Brakes. A little stiff, not bad. First gear. Horn works. And I can just ease out on the clutch and she's moving. Cream puff. He said it was not a cream puff. I think we're doing pretty good. Driving Miss Daisy. Y'all see that? She's transferring weight. Let's see. Try that for a second. There we go. Man, what a cruiser. Wheels got a little slack in her. Speedo works. Well, it's moving anyway. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I'll slow down some since this is its actual first maiden voyage. Still got oil pressure. Pulls pretty good. Got a little droning at 60. This is a car that America built right here. Unless it was made in Canada. How about brakes? We'll try the brakes in a minute. I think the brakes probably never got used in this because I'm betting somebody just geared down with the shifter and give her a go. We pull hard left a little bit. Let's go back to second. Just take right off. Slant 6 power, baby. So I wanted to show you this. She's tracking good and straight. My hand's off the wheel. That ain't bad. Especially for being this old. Temperature is rising a little bit. We are at 30 pounds oil pressure still. Cruising 55 back towards the house. Not a bad first drive. I'm getting a few smells. So pulling back in, our oil pressure has dropped. If I give it a little gas, it might go back up. Definitely got some new smells. A little bit of stuff cooking there. Might be a little bit of that gas is running down. There's also an exhaust manifold under there, so might want to double check on that leak very soon so it doesn't catch the car on fire and burn it down. It does have a copper line hooked to the block right there for the oil pressure gauge, so it going down to 0 is not a super hot sign, but Slant 6, right? You can't kill it. All right, so as long as she's warmed up and you keep a little acceleration, it does have oil pressure. But I'm probably not going to drive it very much like this. The current plan is with the owner is to build up the Slant 6, put it back in. He wants to have kind of a fun run around car, have the air blowing cold, and just make it a nice little driver. So you'll get to see a Slant 6 at some time on here. Maybe a few months, but like I said, I got it in line. So thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you next time.